And knowing that if it's in your belly, no need to make your breath more prevalent in your chest. Or if the breath is in the chest cavity, no need to force it into the belly. You want the body to easily breathe. Just accepting where you're starting out this morning. Nice and slow with the breath. Soft with your hands, soft with your shoulders, maybe a little bit taller through your spine. Knowing that breathing is a complete gift for us to be able to not have to think about. Letting the body breathe for you. There might be a lot floating around in your mind, or you might have a lot going on. We're not trying to push away those thoughts, but we're not letting them be center stage either. Refocusing and just allowing yourself to breathe and allowing your mind to focus on your breath. Maybe there's a lot of quiet and stillness around you in your space. Or maybe there's a lot of noise and commotion going on. Just let yourself attune to your surroundings this morning. Again, no need to push away what's happening around you. Just letting it be. Now, from this beginning space of just meeting yourself exactly where you are this morning, I'm going to begin with a 3-count inhale, followed by a 3-count exhale. Breathing in for your nose for 1, 2, 3. Out through your mouth, 3, 2, 1. In, 1, 2, 3. Out, 3, 2, 1. In, 1, 2, 3. Out breath, 3, 2, 1. In, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. In, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Back in for 1, 2, 3. Out, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and continue counting to yourself in your own mind, knowing that if 3 counts works, you can stay with it. If a different number, say 2 or 4 or 5, works better for you this morning, take that number that feels most personal to you and breathe evenly in and evenly out. Just looking for a little bit more balance between your inhale and your exhale. Between what energy you're taking in through the breath and what worry you're letting out with the exhale. We're going to be here for another full 2 minutes. So with this very simple samana breath of equal number of counts in and equal number of counts out. Be aware if you're rushing yourself this morning. If your mind is looking to complicate anything, come back to your breath. Equal inhale to equal exhale. Still paying attention to your posture and to where your mind is trying to go. Bring it back to your breath. I'll have some more time here, so enjoy the equal, calmer breath in and out. Possibly even detecting your breath in your back body, the back of your heart, the back of your ribs, even down to your lower spine. Take 3 final rounds, your count in and your count out. And after your 3rd round, bring your hands together at heart center, elbows soft to your sides, eyes remaining closed. Try to let go of the counting of the breath and return to just whatever normal pace your body wants to breathe at this morning. And then just taking a second, making any kind of intention or purpose or dedication to your practice this morning. And then when you're ready, releasing your hands coming off of whatever you're sitting on. Go ahead and let your feet go over to one side, hips to the opposite. We're going to start moving into reverse table. So I'm just going to move to the side so you guys can see. Hands by your side, feet out in front. Wrists right under your shoulders. You're going to come up about 50%. Inhale, reverse table. And then exhale, simply just bring your glutes down. Good. Inhale, lifting up, opening up through your chest and shoulders. Exhale, coming down. Nice. Inhale, pressing up. You can start to lift up a little higher, belly towards the ceiling. Exhale, down. We're going to take 5 more. Inhale, pressing through your hands and your feet. Exhale, bringing yourself down. Use your ins higher. Inhale to lift up, reverse table, maybe 75%, and then exhale down. Inhale, lifting up, maybe 80%, opening more through your chest and collarbones. Exhale down. Last 1 or 2, just depending on your breath rate. Inhale up, exhale down. You'll hold your final reverse table up. Try not to throw your head back. Keep a little tuck of your chin towards your chest. And just a little engagement of your glutes, opening up through your hip flexors and your psoas. Elbows are pretty straight, just like a plank. Knees are bent, feet are flat. Give it 3 more breaths. I know it's a lot to start, but we're trying to open up into our lung space. Relax through your jaw. Good. 1 more big inhale. Exhale, slowly bring it down. Straighten your legs out in front, Dandasana staff pose. So feet straight out ahead, arms up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale, leaning forward. Don't try to touch your toes, just lean. Exhale. Good. Flex through your feet. Inhale, fingertips back up towards the ceiling. Good. Exhale, hinge from your hips, reaching out and forward, but not touching anything. Inhale, come back up. Now just hold it, arms towards the ceiling, toes towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale, bend your elbows, cactus your arms, open up through your chest. Inhale, arms back up to the ceiling. Exhale, bend through your elbows, open through your chest. 2 more. Inhale, arms up, toes and fingers alive. Exhale, bend your elbows, open your chest. 1 more. Inhale, reach a little higher without shrugging your shoulders up to your ears. Good. Exhale, bend your elbows. Good. Bend your knees, take your arms underneath. You're going to hold opposite elbows. So you're coming into just a little bit of a forward fold, letting your head come down, forehead towards your knees. Bend your knees as much as possible. And now I want you to breathe into your back ribs, to your back of the heart, lower spine. You can even get a little bit of rounding through your back, like a turtle shell. Relax through your jaw. Feel your back body press to whatever is behind you, a bed, a wall, a door. Try to press through your lower spine. 1 more inhale. And exhale, release your elbows, bring yourself up. Take your feet again to one side, hips to the other. Tabletop all 4s. In this tabletop, start with your fingers out to the sides. And then slowly, if it feels appropriate on your wrists, turn your fingers towards your knees. So you're going to flip your wrists, eyes of the elbows forward. Feels a little funky. If it's too much, no worries. Fingers out to the side. Inhale, belly down, chin forward, come into cow. Exhale, tuck your chin, puff your shoulder blades, rounding up. Elbows don't have to be completely straight. Inhale, belly down, chest forward. Exhale, pressing and rounding, tucking your chin. Just move through a few rounds of cat-cow. Again, if your wrists don't love this, flip it back out to the side. You can always take your fingers straight ahead. Good. Keep inhaling and exhaling as you do this. Good, give it 3 more. Again, watch if you're rushing yourself or you're rushing your breath. Last round. From tabletop, so a neutral flat spine parallel to the floor. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Let your head come down. Keep a solid bend in your knees. Nice, everybody. Big toes immediately come together. Inhale, left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, step your foot down. So we're just going to go in and out of 3-legged dog. Inhale, right leg up to the ceiling. And exhale, step your right big toe next to your left. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left leg down. Inhale, your right leg up. Exhale, bring it down. So really try to time out your breath. Continue to go through 1 3-legged dog to the next. Nice. Notice if your leg movement gets ahead of your inhale, or if your leg descent gets ahead of your exhale. Maybe there's an opportunity to take the heel of the foot a little higher, keeping your shoulders and hips squared to the floor. We're trying to signal to the front of the hip flexor and the psoas to get some movement. So keep going. Just one three-legged dog at a time. Know that you're welcome to bring the knees down, arms forward, and do this just extending one leg back at a time if that feels better. One more each side. Good. Separate the feet, at least inner hips with distance, more bend in the knees, hands walk back to your toes. Forward fold, Uttanasana, hang down. Keep your feet wide. Inhale, come up halfway, long back and spine. Excellent, forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms out to the side, stretch all the way up towards the ceiling. Reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, bend your knees, dive with your heart, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, chest parallel to the ground. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach out and up overhead. This is what we're gonna start with, a half salutation. Exhale, dive it down. So just these few sets of movements. Inhale, halfway. Keep your chin slightly tucked. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach wide, and then reach up overhead. Exhale, fold. Breathing is still here, everybody. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach wide, and then back up over your head. Exhale, dive it down. Take 3 more on your own. You can let your breath be a little bit more prevalent with sound. You can breathe all in and out through your nose. That's a really nice way to go. You're always welcome to exhale out of your mouth. Your breath might be your music for you this morning, and that might be a little odd to start, but it's nice to hear. To remember that you're breathing and you're taking your time. Ending in a forward fold after your 3rd round, keeping your feet wide for your lower back's sake. Good. Walking your fingers all the way over to the right side, keeping your feet grounded. Try not to torque your knees. You're just walking your hands far over to the right. Inhale, fingertips back to center. Exhale, over to the left. Knees and toes still pointing straight ahead. Good. Exhale. Bring your hands back to center. Walk it out into a plank. Hands at the top of the mat, feet at the back. Hips pretty level, so you don't want to stink bug butt. If you do ever feel too much pressure on your shoulders, you can give a little hinge back of your hips, lift, and then come back into your plank. Good. Breathe in. Exhale. You're going to come down one elbow at a time onto your forearms. Forearm plank. Always welcome to bring your knees down. We're here for 2 more breaths, in and out. Good. Now, knees down, quadriceps down, hips down, Sphinx Pose. So it's a heart opener. Elbows are right under your shoulders. Nice. Pull your elbows back, pull your heart forward. So you're just on your forearms. Relax through your jaw. Breathe in. Exhale, turn your head to the right. Look over your right shoulder. Exhale, head to center, breathe in, and look to the left. Inhale, head to center, breathe in. Exhale, tuck your toes, come back into your forearm plank. Quads up, hips up, then knees up, so you come in one level motion. Breathe in. Exhale, knees down, thighs down, hips down, back into Sphinx Pose. Exhale, turn your head to the left this time first. Inhale, head to center. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, head to center. Come again to that forearm plank. Lift your hips, lift your thighs, then lift your knees so you take your time and don't stress out your lower back. Give a little tuck of your tailbone up and in so the front of your hips move towards your ribs. One more breath in. Exhale, knees down, thighs down, hips down, Sphinx Pose. Heart opener. You can untuck your toes, breathe in, let your hands replace where your elbows are, come all the way onto your belly, forehead to the mat. 10 rounds of Cobra. Inhale, lifting your chest and head without pressing into the floor with your hands. Exhale, lower. Inhale, low baby Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower. Always welcome to lift your palms up. If you feel yourself really utilizing the floor, we're trying to get the back muscles to do the work. Exhale down. You got about 7 more rounds. Lifting with your inhale, lowering with your exhale. Maybe you bring that breath again in and out through the nose, that soft kind of seashell sound. Try not to look at the screen the whole time so you don't crane into your neck. If you've lost count, just give yourself 2 more Cobras. Hold the last one up. Long neck, crown of the head is what's reaching forward. A little more tuck of your chin. 1 more breath in. Exhale, bring it down. You're gonna press your arms straight, keep your knees on the ground, modified plank, and then tuck your toes, full high plank, knees off the floor. Yep, take your time, this is your practice. Breathe in, exhale, downward dog. Walk your feet a few inches closer to your hands, big toes together. Inhale, left leg up towards the ceiling. This time, leave yourself in that 3-legged dog. Keep your shoulders square to the front edge of your mat. Hinge at the left knee, take your left heel towards your right glute. Left kneecap up to the sky. And just open up here. Space between the inner thighs. Roll through your left ankle, make some circles. So we're in 3-legged dog, bend and open is what you hear this called a lot. Switch the circles of your ankle, other direction. Inhale, straighten the left leg, big toe and hip pointed straight down to the mat. Breathe in. Exhale, left foot steps next to your right. Still in dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bend at the knee. Take your right heel towards your left bum, right knee up towards the ceiling. 3-legged dog, bend and open. Good, roll through your right ankle. Circle, circle, circle. Other way. Notice if your chest is opening up too much to the right, keep your shoulders down towards the mat. Inhale, straighten through the right leg, big toe and hip pointed down, level sacrum. Exhale, step your foot down, widen your stance, walk your hands back to your feet, forward fold. And then just let a big breath out. Shake your head, yes. Shake it, no. Keep your feet as wide as you need. Inhale, come up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Soft bend in the knees. Inhale, reach out to the side, then up above your head. Exhale, dive it back down. Lead with your chest. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, belly and lap, get a little closer, fold. Inhale, reach out and up. Got 3 more rounds, half salutations. Exhale brings you down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, out and up. Move as slowly or as quickly as you need through these last 2 rounds. Breath in through the nose, but exhale however you like. Ending in your forward fold. From forward fold, walk your hands all the way out. High plank position, feet stay wide. Back body's nice and level, gaze is beyond your fingertips. You can always do a little rock forward, front and back on the toes, or slightly side to side. Your choice where your knees are up or if your knees are down, both are great. 1 more breath in. Exhale, knees down, come back onto your forearms and prepare for Sphinx Pose again. Knees down, quads down, hips down, chest lifted. Yep, so just like those cats out in front of the pyramids, pull your elbows back, pull your heart forward. Relax through your jaw. Try not to let your head just hang lifelessly. You want to keep your head lifted. Good, 1 more breath in. Push the floor away with your forearms. And then exhale, come all the way on your belly. Right arm up and out to a 45-degree angle. So you're on your belly. Right arm up and out to a 45. Left hand is next to your chest, supporting you. Lift your left leg up. We're going to take a twist. Bend through your left knee, and then you're going to let your left foot come behind you as your right ear comes down to the floor. I know, it's a funky one. So right arm is out to the side. There you go, you guys got it. Kneecap up towards the ceiling. Good. If that bothers your back, you can bring the knee down a little farther. 2 more breaths. When you're ready, slowly release, come back onto your belly and take it to the other side. This time, left arm up and out to a 45-degree angle. Inhale, lift your right leg. Let your knee bend, and then take your foot behind you. Toes down towards the ground, foot down towards the ground. Again, play with the knee placement. If it's bothersome to be high towards the ceiling, bring it back down. Try to breathe into the twist. Good, last 2 breaths here. And then exhale, unwind, come fully back onto your belly, forehead to the floor. Clasp your hands at your tailbone, right at your bum. Locust pose, lifting your chest, reaching your knuckles back towards your heels. You might stay with your thighs grounded on the floor. You might lift your right leg. You might lift your left leg. So your chin is tucked, your knuckles are reaching back towards your heels. Legs can be lifted or legs can be on the ground. And it might make it a little bit harder to breathe. So that's where you're going to take your focus. If it's any kind of pain at your lower back, just lower yourself. You can always take a break or just try a lower locust pose. Try not to just want to bust out of this posture. I know it feels difficult to breathe. You can come back to however many counts in and equal counts out. Good, 1 more. Exhale, slowly come down, forehead to the floor, hands under your shoulders, and then press yourself back to child's pose slowly. Wide knees, big toes together, arms extended out. Just as you did earlier, breathing into your back body, at your lower back, middle back, shoulders and upper back. Even breathing into the space at the back of the neck. Good. Inhale, bring yourself tabletop, all 4s. Exhale, downward dog, hips up and back, always keeping that soft bend in the knees. Big toes come together. Inhale, left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, stepping your left foot between your hands. Right knee comes down. Low lunge. Just lift your chest up, let your arms dangle by your side. Take a few rolls of your shoulders up, back, and down. Move your jaw around at the same time. Good, and this is a nice time to pay attention to your left knee, making sure it's pointing straight ahead. Right at your toes, not falling in or falling out. Good, 2 more shoulder rolls. Good, then lean forward with your torso, hands framing your front foot. Exhale, half split, shift your hips back, left toes up to the ceiling, arms come a little wider for more support. Yeah. Right hand stays where it is, keeping yourself supported. Left hand to the big toe side of your foot, so on the inside of your left foot. Very slowly rotate your whole leg out to the side. So not just your foot, but your knee, your hip. It's all going to externally rotate out to your left side. Yep, so you're just letting your toes go from the ceiling to the side, knee and hip to follow. Release your hand from your foot. Keep your toes and your knee pointed out to the side. You're going to come into a lunge with your knee and your foot more at a 45-degree angle. Yeah, hips heavy, right arm is supportive, chest is up. If the floor feels really far away, you can use any kind of prop, a book, a block, underneath your right hand so you can keep lifted in your chest. But I really want you to feel this in the front of your right hip, your hip flexor and psoas, yeah. And you'll also feel it in your left inner thigh. Good, try to stay lifted in your chest. It's easy to collapse down. One more breath in. Hi, Eric. Exhale, lean it back, come back into half splits, toes up towards the ceiling. So now you're gonna take your foot straight up. Right knee is still down. Good, come back into low runner's lunge. So knee and toe pointed straight ahead, arms still dangling by your side. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. So low lunge, interlace your fingers behind you, stretch your knuckles back. Doesn't have to be high away from your lower spine. You might even point them down towards the ground. One more breath in. And exhale, release your hands, round your back, half splits with your palms together, finding that kind of turtle back shape, finding your balance. I know that's a tough one. Be very cautious of your right knee as we come back. Low lunge, fingers interlaced behind. Take your time. Exhale, release the clasp, round it just like cat stretch, tucking your chin, using your inner thighs to help you balance. Excellent. Two more. Inhale, low lunge, clasp your hands, being good to the right knee. Exhale, release, rounding your back, tucking your chin. And then returning into your low lunge, clasped hands. Let your hips come a little bit more forward and down towards the mat. One more breath in. Exhale, releasing your hands, frame your front foot. Right toes tucked under, right knee lifts, high runner's lunge. Take your time. You can always take your feet wider apart for a more stable base. Arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, front leg straightens, arm down by your side. Both hips are pointing straight ahead like flashlights. Exhale, bend your front knee, arms overhead. Inhale, front leg straightens, arms come down by your side. Exhale, high runner's lunge. Just three more. Inhale, front leg straightens, high on the ball of the back foot. Exhale, runner's lunge. One more. Exhale, hold your high runner's lunge. Always an option to bend the back knee for a happier lower back. One more breath in. Exhale, hands frame your front foot, plank pose. Option to knees up, option knees down. Exhale, lower onto your belly. One low cobra, inhale, lifting up, light hands, long body. Exhale, lower. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, tabletop. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Now, take any natural movement you'd like in downward dog. You can walk it out, pedaling slowly. You can take any three-legged variation. You can also take child's pose. Now that we've found all that for the right hip, you need to find some space for the left hip and hamstring. Take your time, big toes come together. So you're in that closed downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, left knee down. Low lunge, arms dangle by your side. Shoulder rolls up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Ooh, how's your face reacting? Mine gets super weird sometimes. Sometimes you just need to pay a little bit more attention to the face. Look at your knee, pointing somewhere at your second and third toe, right in the middle. 2 more shoulder rolls. As you're ready, hands come down, frame your front foot, half splits, shifting your hips, right toes up to bring that floor closer to you again. Any props are always welcome. Back toes tucked or untucked, completely up to you. One might feel more stable or more releasing than the other. Right hand on the inside of your right foot, so big toe side. The whole leg rotates out to the side. It's okay if your bottom hip drops a little bit and your right hip lifts. You're just finding that external rotation, different sensation in the hamstring. Good. Keeping the foot out to the side, release the right hand, come forward into a low lunge, but the knee and the foot are pointed out to the side. Support under the left hand, lift in the chest. Full breath. It's okay if your knee is ahead of your ankle because your back knee is down. As many of you know, it's always a good reminder. And if your foot is turned out, you want your knee to follow in the same direction. The foot and the knee, they're like best friends. They always need to be pointed in the same direction. A little more lift in your chest. Watch how much pressure is on the left shoulder. Good. One more breath in. Exhale, make your way back. Half splits, right toes turned up towards the ceiling, right knee towards the ceiling. Inhale, low runner's lunge. Arms dangle back by your sides. This side, as you interlace, try to switch which index finger and which thumb are on top behind you. And notice, if you lift your hands really high, let me show you guys from the side. Right? Just because you lift your hands up really high, your shoulders might come to your ears. That's not what we're looking for. I want you to feel long between your shoulders and your neck. So you might just need to point down more with your knuckles instead of thinking about going to your highest. Yeah. One more breath in. Exhale, find the half splits, palms forward, little rounding into your back. Inhale, come forward, low lunge, clasp hands, get the funny grip. Exhale, half splits, dome through your back. Inhale, low lunge. It doesn't need to be that quick at all. I don't want you to just move because that's what my voice is telling you. Move with your breath. Good, last 2 rounds. After your last one, find that low runner's lunge, clasped hands. Watch where your knee is. Again, knuckles might pull down rather than going high. So low lunge, clasped hands. Breath comes in. Exhale, release the clasp, frame your front foot, left toes tucked, left knee lifts. No hurry, high runner's lunge. Legs are steady, as wide of a stance as the body needs. Good. Inhale, right leg straightens, arms float down by your side. Exhale, knee atop your ankle. Don't let it pass on this one, arms up. Inhale, straightening, left hip pointing forward, right hip will back a little bit, and then exhale, high lunge. 3 more on your own, finding that sense of balance. Use of your adductors, which is your inner thigh muscles. Any pain or kind of sharpness in the low back, bend the back knee. Feeling also a stretch through the back toes. And in your high runner's lunge. Good, relax through your jaw. 1 more breath in, high runner's lunge. Exhale, hands come down, frame your front foot, step back, plank pose. If you want more strength, this is where you hold. If you need a little bit more fluidity this morning, knees down, lower to your belly, find a slow vinyasa. You can always just stay in your plank. We're all gonna meet in high plank in the next 3 to 4 breaths. I like how some of you are taking child's pose, always amazing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big toes come together. Use the entire in-breath, don't cheat yourself. Left leg up towards the ceiling, inhale. Exhale, hinge at your knee, open up. Left heel towards the right bum. Roll through your ankle again. Feel a little bit more ease there. Inhale, switch the direction of the ankle. Next, inhale, straighten the left leg, big toe and hip pointed down before you step your foot to the mat. Right side, inhale, your right leg lift. Exhale, hinge at your knee, open up, shoulders squared to the front, elbows straight. Roll your ankle one direction. And then keep breathing. Other way. Good, inhale, straighten your leg, big toe and hip pointed down. Exhale, step your foot down. Inhale, exhale, knees down. Uttanasana, puppy pose. Knees stay right under your hips, arms walk out in front as wide of a V as you need. And then you're just gonna start to let your chest not dump down, but gently melt down. If this feels like a lot of strain on the shoulders, bend elbows, stack your forearms, and set your forehead there. Yeah, so it feels like a ski slope in your torso. The heart is moving towards the ground, but it's also opening. Maybe you need to play with the variation of your arms, wider, stacked forearms. Don't be afraid to change if what you're doing isn't quite working for you this morning. Good, 3 more breaths here, right? There's a lot happening. Might need to make sure you turn your head so you can fully breathe. Last round of inhale and exhale here. Easiest way to come from puppy is hands walk in towards your knees, elbows bend, bring palms under your shoulders, then press your arms straight, tabletop. Knees coming together, left leg behind, big toes tucked under. So knees together, left leg behind, big toes tucked under. And I just want you to press back through your heel. Just finding a length through your calf. It's not anything complicated. One more breath in. Exhale, left knee down. Take your right leg back behind, toes tucked under. Just like a bird dog with your foot down on the ground. Press back through your right heel. And then exhale, right knee down. Knees come into a child's pose position. So knees wide. You're gonna take the middle of your right shin to the meaty part of your left calf. And you're gonna make a sawing action forward and back on your calf muscle. So you're going the opposite direction, middle of your calf, using the right shin. Go a little higher towards the crease of your knee. I know this is a really weird one. And then down a little lower towards your ankle, but not on your ankle, still on the calf muscle. Then coming back into the middle of the calf, middle of the calf, middle of the right shin, and then sit back. Called the calf smash. You don't have to sit all the way back. You're in charge of how much pressure. Bring your hands out to the side for more support. So it's a little funky, I know. Let's make sure everyone's, you might want to like silent scream as this is happening. Making sure you're not on the right ankle. You want to use the middle of your right shin. It's stronger than the ankle. Yeah. One more breath. I know, it's a lot happening here. And then exhale, come out of it. Woo! One calf down, one to go. Now using the middle of the left shin to the middle of your right calf, you're gonna make that sawing action back and forth. Knees are wide. You're just waking up through the calf muscle. Go higher towards the crease of the knee. Higher, higher, higher. Back towards the middle, back down, but stay on the calf muscle. So moving the fibers in the opposite direction. Go towards that middle of the calf. Find your space, middle of the left shin, middle of the right calf, hands wider, sit it back. So you're just using your own body weight to help you find a little more space in your calf muscle. Shoulders down, away from your ears. Relax jaw. Ooh, watch how your face is reacting again. Or if your breath stops. Give it 2 more breaths. Maybe this calf is a lot different or it's similar to your first side. One more breath. Ooh, exhale, release. Nice job, everyone. Hips over to the right, feet out towards the left. Feet out in front. Ooh. Now, since we did start a little late, I know some of you might have to go right at 8 o'clock. So if that's you, just go ahead and roll onto your back. You can even mute me and just take a couple minutes Shavasana if you need to go right at 8. Otherwise, we're going to do a few more postures on the ground, but I will not be offended if you need to go. So either Shavasana or returning into reverse table, palms out to the side, knees bent, feet down. Inhale, lifting up higher this time, keeping your chin a little close to your chest, and then exhale, hips down. Press to your feet, inhale, lifting up, open shoulders. Exhale, hips down. 3 to go. Your feet and your hands are the touch points to the earth. Exhale down. Lower. One more, hold it up. Hold it up. Use your glutes to keep the hips elevated. Watch where the head goes, so don't just throw it back. Keep your chin tucked into your chest. One more breath in, and exhale, hips down. Right leg extended. Left sole of your foot to the crook of your right elbow. So it's just like pigeon, but upright. If this doesn't feel safe for your knee, welcome to come onto your back and take this as a figure 4 stretch instead, ankle crossing over. If it feels really far for the foot to come to the elbow, just wrap your arms underneath, elbow creases under your calf. So I just want you to feel that opening sensation in your outer glute. You can rock a little side to side. Stay upright, or if you're on your back, pigeon on your back. Figure 4, thread the needle, all are good. Good, chest up a little higher. Come back to that still, slower position. One more breath in. Slowly release your arms, release your elbows. Simply step your left foot down, sit up nice and tall. Good, and then slide your left leg extended. Your right knee bends, right foot flat, or switch to your figure 4 on your spine. Sole of the right foot, crook of your left elbow, rocking or wrapping underneath. Fingertips up towards the ceiling. Yep, if you're on your back and in Shavasana, you still have the mic on, just relax your breath and let yourself release. If you're in any variation of pigeon, you should feel it in the muscles around the right hip. Good, slow any rocking motion down. Tall through your torso, tall through your spine. One more breath in. Exhale, release your legs wherever you are. Right foot flat if you're upright. Bend your left knee so both feet are down. Cross at your ankles and just give yourself enough space to come onto your back. You can simply just roll back, hug your knees wide out to the side, child's pose on your back. Side to side. Coming back center and still on your spine, knees together. Exhale, feet down. One final bridge posture, arms by your side, soles of the feet press to the floor. Inhale, peel your back and hips up, look straight to the ceiling. Option to keep your arms extended, palms down, or interlace your fingers, lean from one side to the other, walking your upper arms close together, more opening through the chest and the front of the body. Feet can always go wider. Wider can a lot of the times be more supportive, so either bridge or listen to your own body if there's any other posture you need for the next minute or so. So if you're in your bridge, keep your eyes up towards the ceiling. If you're in any other shape, just stay with attention on your breath. Lowering down. If you're in bridge, releasing the clasp of your hands. Lowering one vertebrae at a time. Feet as wide as the mat, little windshield wiper side to side. It's more of a gentle twist. If there's any other twisting variation you need, take a pit stop there. Or any other posture, again, like I said. Because I want you to feel like you've touched all spaces in your body that may be speaking to you a little bit more today before you find your final resting posture. Making your way in the next handful of breaths to any posture that feels restful for you. Traditional, laying on your side, lying on your belly. Legs up the wall, butterfly. Eyes soften and breath returns to the body. Knowing that the body is strong and the body wants to breathe for you. We'll take just a few minutes here to rest. Allowing your body to be completely supported by your mat and the floor and the earth underneath you. And allowing the gift of breath to just move in and move out. Complete surrender and acceptance, inviting in the rest and the recovery that your body needs. Still in your resting space. Accepting the environment that you're in. Feeling no intense need to change it. Just to accept it. Noticing any sounds that are close. Any sounds that are farther away. You're resting, but you're still aware. You can still feel and hear. You don't have to move yet. Allowing your body to stay physically still. The only movement I first would like you to invite in is an equal breath. 2, 3, 4 counts in, and an equal number out. Being more conscientious and aware of your breath. And grateful for it as it moves in your body and out of your body. There is always an invitation to stay in your resting shape. Or to stretch, to move, to slowly come back. And take any journey to a final comfortable seated position, or again, staying in your resting shape. If you're resting, hands on your belly. If you're seated, hands at your heart. When you get there, just a little bit longer, staying in that calm, still mentality, that environment that you've created for yourself over the past hour.